Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So I'm taking a quick break from the toils of the workshop on my project bike, and I've just come back from a ride on the heroic Harley, and I thought I'd bring this to you because it's been puzzling me for a while. And it's this: does your bike make a different sound? Does it feel different now that it's spring? And this might sound like a bit of an odd thing to say. Okay, so for those of you who've not ridden for a long time, let's say over winter, then it might feel like a bit of a strange thing getting back on your bike. So that's another discussion, really, you know, to get yourself back into riding, get used to riding and all that sort of stuff. No, I'm actually talking about, does your bike physically run differently? Does it feel different? And I've noticed this from riding in the winter to now riding in spring, and I can only put it down to the temperature. The ambient temperature is a few degrees higher, and so maybe the engine is a little bit quicker to warm up, perhaps. Maybe all the components aren't as aren't as cold. Maybe the tolerances within the engine are just a little bit tighter because everything is expanded just a little bit. I don't know, I'm grabbing at straws here. But the bike just seemed to run a little bit looser. Now, throughout the winter, I had been complaining, if you like, about this clapping sound that I got from the engine. And I've noticed over the last week or so, especially here in the UK, as the temperatures have risen up a little bit, that clapping sound has got less and less and less. So I think that's either something to do with the oil, something to do with the oil pump, or something to do with the engine just not, you know, warming up enough. Now, quite a few people have said, well, maybe it's your exhaust gaskets, and it isn't. It isn't nothing like that. And maybe it's the baffles within the exhaust that I've got. I've got a Cobra 909 on there. And no, that's absolutely fine as well. So it's definitely coming from the engine, but it's got less and less as it's starting to warm up. And actually, as the engine does warm up over time, sometimes I get that clapping sound and sometimes I don't, but it does gradually tend to peter off. So I don't really think it's the ambient temperature either, but my bike in general seems to be, well, just running a little bit looser, a little bit freer, as it were. Now, I don't know, again, what is causing this. Is it something to do just with the temperature? Is it just all up in here? And maybe I'm just so, you know, thankful that I'm not having to put on all my heavyweight winter clothing and my heated clothing just to go out for a ride. Maybe I'm just feeling, you know, a little bit freer. Maybe that's it. But let us know if you've experienced this of late. If you feel that your bike is running just a little bit sweeter, it's running just, well, it's making different engine noises, for example, or it's making better engine noises, or worse. It could be worse, so let us know. But is there any different to the way the bike has been running during the winter, or let's say when you put it away late autumn last year and you haven't ridden it during the winter? Is it a kind of different experience? Let us know in the comments below. But I'm certainly getting this right now. I'm certainly getting a different riding experience with my Harley Davidson Sport Glide. And those of you who follow the channel, you'll know. And it's, yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I can't really put my finger on it, why it's giving off these different vibes. But there we go, that's it. The suspension is all in tolerance. There's nothing wrong there. The tyres are all absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong there. They're virtually new tyres, really. They've only got about 1,000 miles on them. Suspension front and rear, as I say, is absolutely fine. The engine's okay. There's no issues there. So I don't really know. So over to you. This video is kind of a short one, really. It's just to see, well, I've noticed some differences in the bike. I'm putting it down to just ambient temperature being higher, so maybe that's making the bike feel and sound a little bit different. Let us know in the comments below if this has happened to you, and I'll catch you on the video coming very soon. Ta-da.